You can probably hear me. Oh,
I can hear you. Can you
see.
hear me?
Billy, can you hear me?
Yeah. Can you hear
I
me?
can't hear you. Oh my goodness. Um,
Let's see.
We can hear you loud and clear, Sam.
Yes. Hello?
hello, I can hear you.
Test. Hello. There?
There we go.
There we go. There you go.
Okay.
We're
Well,
good.
yes, that was a relief. Nice to meet you. My name is Sam. I'm with X in Tampa and Jacksonville.
Good to meet you too. How you doing?
Good, good. First, just thank you for talking with me today. It has been just amazing to follow your career the past couple of years. It's been a wild ride for you, I know too. So just thank you for making the time. We're huge supporters.
Of course. Thanks for having me on.
Now, there's a lot of places we could start with you. I mean, there's so much happening, but I want to talk first about last year. Um, Lucky for us, I guess, the two stops on your tour were in Florida. So we got to see you.
True.
Uh, but how did that feel? You know, you've got this massive tour and then suddenly nothing.
I mean, it felt how, you can imagine. I think that it was tough for everyone. I think even if you weren't doing a big, huge headlining arena tour, it also sucked to have everything just, do this. But it was really, I mean, it was very trippy and scary. And uh, also just, because we worked so hard on that show. And we were in Miami for like 2 weeks or something. I don't know how long. But then we just did one show and then another show. And then I think we did another show. And then it was like, go home.
Go put your pajamas back on.
And it was like, too scared to get we didn't want to get COVID on the plane, so we had to drive home, and that
Oh,
was, oh my god, that sucked so bad. Oh my god, that couldn't have been worse. It was like 3 days in the bus. And so I was just like dying on the bus 3 days long. Oh my god. And then we went home and we didn't, go anywhere for like the whole year like everybody else. But it's okay. We're it's reeling back in a little, I think.
reeling back in. And I'm just curious. I know a lot of artists handled it differently, but did you start writing Happier Than Ever during that time? And do you think it kind of affected the outcome of the album?
We did, and yes, for sure it did. For the first like month, yeah, I guess it was a month. For the first month of COVID, I was like, couldn't have been less inspired, wasn't creative, didn't want to work, didn't want to, you know, I didn't want to do anything, which was great because I didn't have to. But so we didn't start working at all until like a month in. My mom was like, because me and Phineas don't live together anymore because he moved out, and so I was with my parents, and my mom was like, maybe you guys should like come up with like a schedule, if you guys wanted to like work. And we were like, that's so stupid. That's so dumb. Why would we want that? Why would we want to work? We don't even need to make an album. We don't have to put an album out for like at least a year. And so we just were like, whatever, why not? We love hanging out with each other, whatever. So we got like Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays was like our schedule to just like, I would go to Phineas's house and we would just see what happens. If we make something, we make something. If we just hang out, if we just eat, whatever happens. And literally the first day we wrote My Future. And that was the start of it. And then we just literally, it just like shot up. I don't know. It was so much fun and like happened so naturally and felt so good and satisfying and like rewarding. It was really an amazing process to make this album.
I think you can definitely feel that in the songs that we've heard so far. Lost Cause is so much fun. You can tell you're having a good time. That's for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, for sure.
What do you think? What do you think the biggest difference is between developing this one versus your first album?
You know, there were a lot of differences. Um, but it also felt the same. Like it felt the same in the good ways, where it was like, even if the room is different and our lives are different and our ages are different and we're different and everything around us is different, it's still like when Phineas and I create together, it's still the same like bond, which was really nice. But yeah, we didn't make it in our parents' house. We didn't make it in our childhood bedrooms. We made it in Phineas's studio, which is like his basement of his house that he turned into a studio. And um it was just fun. I mean, my debut album was amazing and I loved that one too, but I was 15, 16 making that one and going through it, and wasn't very good at it, and I just didn't like it very much, and I didn't really enjoy that process, and I really really enjoyed this process. Like, I miss making this album, honestly. I wish we were like still making it, kind of.
That's really cool to hear. And one thing I really admire about you is your relationship with your brother. I come from a family of four. My brother's my best friend. He's my man of honor in my wedding. And
So cute.
yeah, and I think it's cool that you guys have such a great working relationship. What do you think, what is something about the way you work together that has never changed and that you're happy has stayed the same, and what's something that's definitely different now?
Something that's never changed, I think, would be our like humor together, like our kind of sibling bond of just like making each other laugh. We like, nobody makes me laugh like Phineas does, and I think he's like told me the same thing too. We just laugh so much, and that has never changed, and I hope that it doesn't. I don't think it will. And then something that has changed, I think, like, honestly, the creative process has changed a lot in terms of just like me being better at it than I used to be, and actually doing so much more. I didn't really used to know what I was doing, and so I would kind of let Phineas go, like, lead the way. And I feel that for this one, and just now in general, it was so 50-50. It wasn't like he's leading the way and I'm following along. It wasn't like I'm leading the way. It was like we both were completely in tune with each other and just like creating exactly at the same time almost. It was really great. It was great.
I would imagine the instruments get a little fancier too. Probably helps.
Yes, we do. Yes, we have a better mic.
Better
We have,
tools.
yeah, a very nice mic. And yes, definitely better tools. We had like way more tools. Because he made this whole studio and he has like way more stuff now. So yeah, definitely better tools for sure.
Now I want to talk briefly about what's coming to Disney Plus, which I think is so cool. Huge performance, love letter to Los Angeles. Just talk a little bit about why this project is so special to you, and why that's a story you wanted to tell.
Um, well, I've never done really anything like this ever. Like, meaning, I've never done a full front to back my album performance ever. I've never. I mean, it's something that I wished that I could have done, that I wanted to do with When We All Fall Asleep, but it's a big deal to do that. It's long. First of all, it takes a lot of things. I mean, shooting the Disney thing was like took 4 days for the Hollywood Bowl stuff, and then took two entire like 13-hour shoot days. And it was all night that we were shooting, like all through the night. So we wrapped at like 4 a.m. um it was a lot, so clearly it's like takes a lot. It's easier said than done, but I'm so happy that I got to do it, because I am really an album person. Like, I'm an album artist, I'm an album fan. I love and cherish projects. I want an album to feel like an album. I don't want it to feel like a bunch of singles smushed together. I want it to feel like there's a start and there's a middle and there's an ending, and I want it to make sense with every album I really listen to. And you know, I also have a real strong need for people to listen to the album in order and listen to all of it to get the full. So I got to do that with this, and plus like a really cool kind of interstitial thing that Disney is doing, and it's amazing.
So,
Yeah.
thank you so much again. This is incredible, and hopefully we can see you in Tampa, in Jacksonville, as soon as possible.
Of course. I will see you soon.
All right. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye.